Welcome back to From 9 to Mom.
where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood.
And we're in the last 3 weeks for your summer, or 2 weeks by the time this airs. And, we're just getting in the swing of summer still over here, but I'm happy, and like mentally stable to confirm we have beat the crying drop offs for summers
Very proud
over
of you
here.
guys. For both of you crying and him crying. I think
It's It's a
this is good.
huge
This is good.
piece here. Yeah, so it definitely has. I think dad is helping with that. Like we're enjoying daddy drop-offs, which is good. And I know it's like crazy to think about, but like I I feel a little guilty that he's doing better with Ryan for drop-off because I spend so much time with him. We did the whole school year of drop-offs and it's just like now dad's doing it and it's perfect. Yay. You get
I
all the
think that
credit.
that's a natural, honestly. I feel like that's like such a common thing that we feel like when our kids are successful, we're like, yes, we did it. But like if it wasn't, I don't know, like you want to be the one to say that I did it. But also if he was crying for Ryan and not for you, you'd be like, what's wrong with me? Like he doesn't love me. As like
It's just,
it
like, natural to
doesn't
make it
matter.
about yourself, right? When I just am like, I should just be happy he's there and he's good. So, yeah, that's a big win, and it's had me thinking a lot about how I parent because I'm like, "Why did I make him this way?" And I feel like a lot of people think that, like, they take it upon themselves, like, "Oh, my parenting made them into
Well, it's
this."
because every other minute, if you're a mom or a dad, it doesn't matter. If you're online and you've talked about being a parent somewhere near an electronic device, which we all have, we are being inundated with like styles of parenting and how to be like better at working through your own childhood trauma so you don't project your childhood trauma onto others. Like I just got done with therapy where I'm talking about like the core reason why I lay out Colton's clothes in pairs so that because I want to control like the first step was like me not picking out his outfits. That was like my first stage of like letting go of control. But now I had to admit that I put the shorts and shirt together and he gets to pick from the aligned out clothes. And she's like, that's still control. Like, I don't want you to do that, but I don't know if I'm capable of not doing
Well, no,
that.
I think I've said it to you 5 times this week of, like, I know I'm this way and I'm not willing to change because if I
Yeah.
do change, then nothing get like, it just it blows my mind, and maybe this is why I'm not in therapy or should be, or
No, you're not there because you
or,
don't want
like,
them to tell you that you're controlling.
I'm just like, I know. I
Well,
don't
I
need to
know
go and
too.
tell them that, right? Like,
And
that
then that's what I say. Like, I already know I'm like this, but the idea is like
why
to
do I
find
need to
out like why
change?
and to become less. But I feel like in parenting, like when you have two working parents, especially, and this does happen to people who don't work too. I'm not saying that, but with two working parents, like everything could be very out of control. So you really do try to control what you can control. And there's different levels of what that looks like for each parent. But like summer is a great example. We're both in it now. That the schedule has changed. Things are different. We get very little time to focus on anything, I feel like. So I don't know. It's just one of those things that is going to be a constant struggle for people like
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, and I think too, I'm in a phase specifically where the kids are old enough to be part of activities now. Like we're
Yeah.
out of the toddler because that's a whole nother thing, right? When they're 18 months, when they're 18 months in the summer and you're like, they're just crushing it at walking, but they still fall everywhere. They don't want to be held. They don't want to sit at a restaurant. We can't go to like this place because they want to crawl on the ground and be there or go places. Like that part's hard. Then you get to where they're old enough that you want them to be entertained 24/7. And I feel like there's a pressure to be like, have an activity every night, have them try every
Yeah.
sport, have them in something to enrich them, academically for the summer and
Well, and I
keep
think
them
it's
in
pressure
schedule.
that you put on, that we put on the kids, but also pressure that's put on us because are you a good parent if you're not at the ball field every night? I don't know. If are you a good parent if you don't have a million activities lined up? But I will tell you, like, I have a spreadsheet that I got from a friend, but I kept the spreadsheet going last summer. If you remember, by January like 15th, I had every camp lined out. They were all different, full enrichment of activities for Colton. And did the thing, right? Cost me a lot of time and $1 million to give him the summer of his dreams. This summer, I was like, screw that. He didn't even like half the camps I put him in. So I'm going to do something different. And I'm just going to, if a camp speaks to me, I'll put him in it. Otherwise, he's going to Flyers. And let me tell you, this kid has been happier this summer, like tenfold than he was last summer by me just letting him like explore and
Yeah.
do what he taking the pressure off. Like you're going to art camp this week and then you're going to invention camp next week and then you're going to Thunderbird next week and all this stuff. I'm like, we have a couple big camps, but the rest are just whatever. And it's taken the pressure off of me. And honestly, he seems to be happier. And I've been able to do more other things with him afterwards because he's not completely like overwhelmed with the constant changing.
Well, and that's like where we've been at like these 2 weeks of like our summer routine, right? Like we have 3 days a week there is a sport for one of the kids. And I tried to do them all in the beginning of the week because then I'm like, then Thursday through
I
Sunday
did
we
the
have
same thing.
no activities. Now we
Monday, Tuesday,
can
Wednesday.
do things as a family or whatever it is. And then we still have that routine in the beginning of the week where like I have my solid work time, Ryan's working, we got places for them to go. But the last 2 weeks, like Jack, 4.5, we're in 2 different things during the day and then 2 nights a week soccer. And the nights we have soccer, he is exhausted. Like he gets home from the stuff, I feel guilty. I'm like, you need to go lay on the couch and watch a show because I'm going to have you go run around for an hour again. And it's going to be bedtime because we're still working through the adjustment of bedtime, which we
Yeah.
should do a whole episode about and poll people on what time they put their kids to bed. I know it varies per child,
Well, and
but
it
like
varies per season. Like Jordan wants it to be the exact same during the summer, but it's so light out and like they've been
they
sleeping
don't
until
realize.
8. But Colton's at school by 6, like literally
Well,
7:15 at school
that's
year.
where yeah, but so now right now we're in a thing. Jack didn't go to school during the school year till 9, so he could sleep as long as he wanted. Now I have to wake him up every morning at 7. So I'm
It's
like, I
just
gotta get
wild.
him down, but like soccer goes till 7:30 at night. And then by the time if I rushed him home, got him showered, like come down, read a book, do bedtime, like it's almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah, no,
And
but
then
that's
he's
the
gotta
part
be
that's
up.
crazy. And then it'll be like, okay, we'll be at the pool and it doesn't get dark until like what? My dress is, if you guys are watching this, my dress is driving me crazy. So I apologize. Like you're at the pool hanging out, somebody's like, let's get pizza, but it's like 7:30 and you're usually starting bedtime by 7:30. And my soul's like, it's the summer. Let's let them have it.
Let him do it. Yeah, like, let's
And
have
then
fun. It
there's
could be a
my husband
memory.
who's like, we got to stay militant. But I'm like, for whom? You don't adjust your schedule at all. I'm the one who adjusts my
We'll pay
schedule
for it in the morning.
every
Yeah,
day. This summer has been zero change for you.
yeah,
It's all me. Like, right?
yeah,
So then I'm like, but then you don't want to be too one way or the other because you do have to go back to school. And I think that's the hard part is like, and I don't know that you're in it as much yet. You will be now. Kindergarten is like where it starts. Like you start
yeah,
raising your kids differently because they're allowed to do more. Like think about Jack, like he's
yeah.
hanging
The
out at camp. You've
independence.
already said it to me. Like camp is changing what he's learning, who he's exposed to.
Okay, I have a funny story about camp, but finish your thought.
No, and my thought is that like as they get exposed to more things, they're getting exposed to different types of kids, different types of parenting, and then you have to adjust like what is your style like take on things going to be?
Yeah, like, how are you gonna when they learn the bad habits from other kids? I mean, sometimes it's good things here and there, like
Yes.
independence things and that, like, that other kids can do. I think, like, my biggest thing was, like, even in pre-K, and I've said this probably on the podcast before, when it's your first kid going through things, like, my very first field trip that we went on for Jack's, like, preschool, so, like, nursery school, I'm like they're on this big playground, like and we had I mean, Jack's the youngest one of the youngest ones in the class, so he's, like, 3 just turned 3 at the time, and we're in this thing, and they're doing, like, the big kids playground where there's, like, tons of stuff, and I'm, like, walking around the playground, like, trying to keep my eye on him, and I'm like, can he do like, we've never done this playground before. Is he going to fall?
Yeah.
Like, and you've got moms like camped out at the booth. They don't even know where their kids are. Like, and I'm like hovering, same age kids. And it's just like 2 different things. And I'm like, wow, I look like a first time parent here. Like I am realizing it. I finally started talking to another mom And I kinda was like, "Oh, where's my kid?" She's like, "Oh, they're somewhere in here, like, they can't go anywhere." And I'm like, "You're right, I'm hovering because that's how I've been for the first 3 years of his life. I'm worried he's gonna fall over because he can't walk." Trying to mitigate the stuff, and I can't, like, let go to, like, let him just go play, but it's like, I don't know what made me like that, I'm an anxious person, so that's probably I'm putting my anxiousness on him,
Well,
like, following him around, but you now I'm like, when if Kelvin did that, I'd be like, "Which kid is mine?" Like, I don't even like, it's like a
I
second
do
kid
think
thing. I'm
part
like,
of it is that first child, second child, because we learn with the
"Yeah,
first child that it is okay, right? We've been there, done that. It's a comforting thing to know. You still get nervous about certain things, but I definitely feel that with Colton and Daisy. And then I think of the friends that Colton has made, the parents who have encouraged me or that I've watched them be a little less hovering or
yeah,
more free range, we'll call it parents. They are usually on their second child, like, their second child is
yeah,
Colton's age.
yeah,
So they've already experienced that, and I think some of it comes down to personality, of course, but another piece of it is comfortability, and we're more comfortable with our second kid, so it feels slightly more natural to let them do stuff.
yeah,
Also, second children are feral animals. They are in like, think about Kelvin and Daisy, independent to a fault. They are fine. They're fine. Where
yeah,
Colton,
they don't care."
they're little flowers. They're like little dainty, like
They're like and this
they're
is the
cute,
funny
but
thing is, like, Jack I can see Jack's personality, like, molding as he's, like, being with other kids and, like, learning things that, like, haven't come up, and he's still not the rough and tumble kid yet. He's getting a little more aggressive at soccer, which has been so great. He's gonna be my
Katie's
little
dream.
soccer star. I think I'm gonna get one here. He's 4. I'm saying that already. But I think something too that we didn't see with Jack that we see with Calvin is when Calvin's here alone, and this has been, like, recent because Jack's at all the things that we have him in now. Calvin's independent play is superb. He's talking and playing make believe with, like, the Paw Patrol, with, like, all the different things. Like, I just don't remember Jack being like that, and maybe it's because our kids are so close in age and Calvin's just always been there at this point.
Yeah, that's true because Colton is very good at, like, independent play, but part of
Yeah,
that too, if you had kids, your first child, Colton was he was born 2018 December, and COVID hit what? 2020 March? So he was at a pivotal point, he had to play alone. He
had
played
to.
alone a
You're
lot, and
right.
I played a lot with him. So it was, like, one of those and I do like we talk about this, like, I do love a good make believe kind of
Yeah.
situation. So I think that Colton was very good at that. The other day, even he was here. I was working. My mom had both kids, and Colton had gone outside, taken all the craft stuff, set it up for every single person that was home to like make these bath bombs with this kit he had and came in. He's like, "Mom, are you done with your meeting? I have a craft set up for us." And it was very cool to watch him as a bigger kid do that. But he's 4 years difference than Daisy. He was coming into his own, like Calvin's age by himself during COVID. So I do think that has a piece of it, but I definitely still was more not I wouldn't call myself overbearing. Like I'm definitely not a helicopter parent, but I have anxiety. I listen to way too much Dateline. I've been told too many stories. I There's so much exposure that we have now online about
It
all the
is.
things that can happen. And
And
you're like,
we project it.
yes,
Did I send you there was an Instagram post of, like, why your kids are so afraid to leave you, and it's like, you keep like, when they're so little, you're like, don't let go of mommy's hand, someone's gonna take you in the parking lots and whatever," and then
yeah,
you, like, try to, like, push them off, and they're, like, grabbing your hand, you're like, "Why are you trying to hold my hand? Like, go you're
you're
fine," like,
fine. But no,
and you're
somebody's
like
gonna
it's like a
take
quick
me.
switch yeah, and they, like, think that, and you're like, "Oh, wait, yeah, because we threaten crazy shit all the time, where we're
Well,
like, we're not gonna
constantly,
do."
my mom's been telling the kids that they'll get flattened like a pancake if they don't stay close in the parking lot, like, my kids I mean, I have a
But
fear
we
of
have to
parking
say it
lots.
to get their attention,
Yes.
but then it's like I'm sure someone can correct us on the proper way
Well,
to
I
do
think
that,
too,
but
we're struggling. We're the first generation to come out of, like, none of our parents were abusive, let's start there, but you could spank a kid on the butt. You could
mhm,
scare the living, like, daylights out of them, like, when we were little. Like, we were it was like Scared Straight was the show, right? Like, that was
mhm,
very acceptable behavior, like,
yeah.
my mom used to drop Joe off at St. Joseph's Villa, like, 3 times a week and pretend to drive away, you know what I mean? You can't do
She
that
only
to
got
kids.
halfway down the street.
Like, right? Like, it's not
But
you
this is
can't
the thing, you
do that.
can't do that. As soon as those kids are school age and they repeat something at school, you can't like,
CPS is at your door.
you're done. Like, you were like, and it's, like, crazy because they're gonna believe the kid. I
Yes.
mean, like, the
And then, like,
teachers and
do you
stuff,
remember,
like,
like,
they
threatening your
have to
parents, like,
report it.
"I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna run away," and you'd, like, pack your bag and you'd run away, like,
How about so Michelle one time did run away, and
for real?
my parents live on, like, a not super rural, like, there are neighbors, but it's not like your normal, like, there's no sidewalks, that it's a bit like the speed limit on the road is 45 on the road. So it's a, and Michelle at one point had packed up a suitcase of stuff and, like, was walking down the street, and she had to be 4 or 5. But then I'm reading some of the books that like, they talk about going away. There's this one book, and actually, if my mom's listening, I haven't brought this up to her yet. There's a book about, like, I forget the names of it, but it's called All to Myself, and it's,
Okay.
like, this book talking about it's supposed to be about eventually sharing, but it's like the kid being all mad the whole thing, and it was like, "No, like, I don't wanna do that," or, "I'm so mad." That's another one of them, but he keeps trying to do stuff,
The
and the parents
kids
are like, "You
theory.
can't do that."
Okay.
And he's like, "I'm so mad, I'm gonna run away," and he shows him packing his bag, and I'm like, "Why am I reading?" That's Kelvin's favorite book, and I'm reading it to I'm not gonna be surprised when he packs up cookies in a bag
It
and is,
tries
like,
to go
gone.
away. But we all did it, and now, like, Colton will be like, I'm running away, like, because 'cause I'm mad." And he doesn't get very far, but my mom's like, "Let him go, he's fine." And in my head, I'm playing every Dateline episode I've ever listened
There's
to, like,
someone waiting in the bush across my
waiting.
street they've been waiting, they're camping out my house to
Yes,
get him.
waiting for my son to decide that today's the day that he runs away, but, like, that's what
They've been kept it's what
I
your
mean, my
brain
mom
thinks
we've
you're
talked
doing.
about this on the podcast, I think, the Blockbuster videos that she used to make me do.
Mhm.
Like, in case I was taken. Like, I planned out from the moment I was abducted, like, how I'd leave my hair in certain places, like, take off articles of clothing, like, I don't want that fear to live in my kids, but I also don't want them to be idiots and not know what's going on, and I think that's, like, what it really comes down to. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing the best we can with the information we can, but we're not we keep saying, like, we're raising our kids to be A, B, and C, but the reality is, like, we gotta look at it like we're raising adults. Like, are they gonna be capable adults? Can they cut a tomato? I could not. I'm just gonna be clear. But, like, you and I both came from families with 3 kids. All 3 are, in the eyes of the societal standards, successful. We all went to college. We all graduated. We all have good jobs. We all have, like, you know, houses or families or whatever it is, like that's the eyes of success. But now we're in this realm where success looks different. We don't even know if there's going to
Yeah.
be college, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The point is, like, are our kids going to be able to be on
In
their
society.
own
Yeah.
based on the things we're doing for them? And I think there is a fine line between, you know, are we raising capable adults or are we raising helpless adults? And we've
Yeah.
both raised, some helpless
Yeah.
adults in my
Well,
lives.
it is true, like, you think about the independence levels of things, and it is really good to be around other kids and see what's normal in other people's homes because, like, getting dressed in the morning, like, what age do you do that? Like, if you don't hear from other people and you don't hear what others are doing, like, I would still be getting like, I sometimes do get jack dressed in the morning because
Because
I'm
it's
like,
easier for us.
"Come
We're on a
on,
time crunch.
let's go." I
Yep.
don't think I need to pick out he can pick out his clothes yet, like, we're on the weekends, we'll let him pick out his stuff, but, like, for school and stuff, like, I put his clothes out and we're working on it, but,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't have even thought twice about it unless I had heard someone else his age, like, talk about getting dressed in the morning and, like, other people trying it. Probably second kids, like, Kelvin will start getting dressed by himself probably next
Daisy
week.
will not Daisy is so
It just won't
independent
be.
to the point where I have to, like, lay out options for her so that she, like, doesn't put on a winter outfit in 90-degree heat because that's what she wants to wear today.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
comes down ready to go, where Colton's like, "Where was my clothes? Did you give me socks?" Like,
My kids wanna come downstairs 'cause, the other thing that's crazy in my house, they wanna wear pajamas like daddy wears to bed, and daddy wears his underwear to bed,
yeah.
and so they wanna do that now,
I mean,
and
that's cute.
so they both and Kelvin's still in a pull-up overnight, and so they both wear, like, their little briefs, and I
That's
make them
so
wear a
cute.
shirt because 'cause I'm like, "Just temperature-wise, like, you gotta put a shirt on right now," and so they wear that, so gone are pajama sets in our house,
Well,
but They
Same.
both wanna
We're
come
going on
downstairs and be
vacation
naked.
next week, and Daisy and Colton, all they wanna wear are my T-shirts, like, my big T-shirts. So now, like, I have all these cute pajama sets, and this is the thing, like, it's about me, you know, my niece and nephew will be in these adorable matching pajamas and look so cute, and my kids are gonna look like they like Raggedy Ann and
Homeless,
Andy,
yeah.
homeless,
Mhm.
and that's, like, not me, but why am I trying to
That's what they
control
want.
that? Like, who cares?
Why do you wanna keep like, it's so crazy, and it's like some kids just don't care about that, and they just wear what mom puts out, and that's fine, and it is fine, like, for the most part, they'll do that, but then, like, it's just yeah, you wanna have the moments of all of them snuggled in their pajamas making breakfast in
Yes.
the morning at there, and it's like, "Oh, there's Colton and mom's Stray Kids
Hanson
shirt."
T-shirt, or, like, right now they all wanna wear my Stray Kids T-shirts, so it's
Yeah,
like,
it's just funny, like, the things we worry about, but I think there's, like, a big trend that I've been seeing right now is people talking about, like, let your kids have a 90s summer. But, like, what do you remember about summer in your like, when you were 10?
I remember I had an amazing neighborhood, so we did, like, backyard baseball league, which was I was not good at, but was my favorite. Like, we would every day we had backyard baseball league. It was in somebody's backyard, and we would
Mhm.
do teams. We did capture the flag every night, like, across the houses. We did sardines. So, like, a 90 summer to me is like hoses and water and sprinklers, above ground pools, which we're not allowed to have here. But, like, and ghost stories and games in the yards. Like, that's a 90s summer to me. What about you?
I think a lot of the same. It was like my parents' house was the house that we hung out at because we didn't have we didn't have the neighborhood kids running around. Like,
Yeah.
it was people had to come get dropped off at my house and that, like, big sleepovers. I used to have, like, my room, I used to have 2 twin beds in because I just
Just for
always had a
sleepovers.
friend
Yeah, I have
over.
the day
So,
bed
like,
with the
my mom's like, "Cool, just there you go.
go.
We have 2 in there." Like, there was somebody over my house I had different friends to feel like every other year or so, like, that would just stay at our house, but it was capture the flag, and my parents have a huge yard, so it was, like, front, back, but at night,
Yep, always
then
at night, like, late, dark. So you think about how
dark.
dark we're saying it gets dark at 8, 9. We were
I
playing
don't let
that.
my kids out in the house because that's when
The abductors
the
come.
people come out. They're waiting behind my fence. I, like, can't even we have a fenced-in backyard, and we're getting better at, like, literal free range, like, letting the dogs go outside and letting
Yes,
them do whatever's out there because 'cause we're like, whatever's out there is safe for the
it's
most
safe.
part.
That is like, yes,
They will make it dangerous, but it's safe.
yes.
And, but then I'm still like, "Oh, is the gate closed on the side? Like, somebody could run back." Like, Ryan lets him go out into the garage, and I'm like, "What if they go out into the driveway in the front yard?" He's like, "In what? Run into the street where no cars come down every day? Like, we have 0 traffic. It's just the people on our like."
It's
And
just
I'm
in
like,
our
"Yeah.
brains, like,
What
as
if someone
moms,
comes and
worst
grabs them?"
scenarios show up, but, like, we
They're
were
funny.
playing, think about it, like,
My
we
parents
were
had no clue where I was. I was
rollerblading in the
hiding in
street.
bushes. Yeah, like, hiding in
Yes,
bushes, like, gone, not in our
missing.
yard sometimes, like, in different but, like, pool, outside like, that's what I remember is just being outside, like, the whole time or,
Yes.
like, watching movies at night, popcorn, s'mores, like, there's a
And
campfire
horror
every
movies. I
night.
used to go to Wegmans because there was, like, a
I
deal at
didn't.
Wegmans, buy 5, get 1, or, like, I can't
Yeah.
remember. Me and Kelly would rent, like, literal, like, The Exorcist,
Yeah.
The Omen 1, 2,
Oh
3,
my
like,
gosh,
all
you guys
these.
have problems. No,
Yeah, and
happy
my
movies
mom would
only.
let us watch them. Like, what was going on? But then you think about it, like, there weren't all the distractions, there weren't all the expectations
Mhm.
on us or them to, like, make it. I think as working moms, we do overcompensate a little bit because we wanna do stuff with our kids, but that, like, in the very little time we have. Everybody wants to do stuff with their kids, but in the very little
Of
time we
course.
have.
Yes. Mhm.
And we want everything to look great and them to feel great, but the reality is, like, us 90s summer kids are very capable kids because we had to entertain ourselves. Like, you didn't come home, like, I had a curfew, like, ish, and then, like, I have a tattoo on my side. The only rule I had was my best friend lived we had, like, a row of, like, 5 houses on each side that everybody played together, but my best friend lived, like, 20 houses away, so we had to meet at a lamppost. Our parents had to be able to see us walk to the lamppost, and then we could walk wherever we
Together.
wanted, but,
Mhm.
like, that was like that's a tattoo because that was, like, our meeting spot, but Then we would go play in the we call it the crick, but like the creek or walk like I mean, we were going house to house selling stuff. Do you remember doing that in the summers, like making crayon shavings, snow globes? Like if my kid went house to house, I'd be having, and I have had anxiety attacks.
Yeah, like, you would be like, "Don't go to the," and, like, there was, like there were rules, like, that we had,
Yes,
like, "Don't go past this," or, "Don't go to that near that house," right? Like, or whatever
that's
it would be.
where
Yeah.
the witch lived. All of us had the witch's house. Like, don't
There
go
was
near
always
that house.
one bad house, like,
Yeah.
somewhere, depending on where you were, yeah, but it was like that it's just it's just different now, and then, like, when the kids go to bed, like, our parents were probably watching shows, getting caught up for the next day, doing that stuff, and now, like, we can sit and scroll our phones and see what literally everyone else in the world did that
And then you're
day.
like, "Oh my gosh, they made a bucket list that had A, B, and C on it. Should I have made a bucket list?" Now you're making a bucket list for your kids because somebody else did. And then they're like, "What?" You're like, "What do you wanna do?" And they're like, "I wanna play with my friend James and have a sleepover with mommy." Like, that's all that they wanted.
Yeah, like, and that's her, yeah, it just, like, the expectations, and it's
Yeah.
induced at this point, like, we know it, but yeah, there's, like, every day we're expected to, like, give them the best day, and, like, sometimes it's independent play and going out in the backyard,
And
like,
as an
go be
adult,
bored.
not every day is gonna be your best day, right? There's gonna be
Yeah.
days where nothing's going on or you have to figure something out for yourself. So it's one of those things where the 90s summer, like, I get it. And it's better for us parents. We're more like connected to our kids and enjoying. I do think in my neighborhood, it's full of kids. There's a school in my neighborhood, it's all
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
And Colton's friends, some of them have a lot more free range than he does. And it has been to let him do some of the things because I know I have to, but I have anxiety the
yeah,
whole
about
time,
letting him do that, yeah.
letting him like explore and do all this stuff. And now, of course, there's the watches. So even though they're free range and you can still track where they're going and stuff like that, but it's still difficult to allow it. But I do think that it's important that we remember that every minute of every single day doesn't need to be planned for them, A, and B, they do need a level of independence if we want them to be independent adults someday. That doesn't mean you don't watch your kid or you let them walk to at 4 years old to the corner store. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they can walk 3 houses down and knock on their friend's door to see if they can play.
I know, that was a big thing going to someone's house to see, not,
Yes.
like, arranging. Yeah, it's just it is different, it's hard to do that, and I feel like we've gone down, like, all the different parenting styles before too, because,
Yes.
like, I mean, we have talked briefly. There was an episode we did, but I don't remember all the parenting
Me either.
styles we
I
went
honestly
through,
don't remember.
but they keep adapting, let's be honest, like, there's and then based on where you look, because I mean, there's helicopter parents, there's gentle parents,
Yep.
but it's so interesting to see, like, now, not that I have, like, friends yet, like, from Jack yet, but, like, I'm starting to make friends because I'm coaching, like, we're at sports, like, we're seeing the same people every time, so we're like, "Okay," like, our kids are the same age, and, like, we have a lot of friends that have Kelvin age kids, not Jack's level kids, and then it also for us, it's like none of them are gonna go to our school, so we need to make friends there, so I keep, like, even last night, you would have been proud of me, I, like, went out of my way to, like, talk to one of the moms that
Whoa, who
'cause
are you?
she was that they were on our baseball team, and now they're on a different soccer team, but we see them every week, and she, like, waved over, and I was like, "Ryan, I gotta go say hi because 'cause I'm so social."
Such a social butterfly. You are social, like, you just
Uh,
have to do it in,
you have to pry
pockets.
it out of me. Yeah, but it's just and then you see how they parent when their, kids are doing stuff, and because sometimes you're stuck in your circle, right? And you, like, don't see, and
And
you're
that's your
hang out with
reality. Who
people.
you surround
Yeah.
yourself with is your reality, and there's someone, and if they're listening, I will laugh so hard because 'cause they're gonna know immediately who they are. They're my husband. I love this family. Their son is in the same grade as Colton at the same school, and their
Mhm.
daughter's a little older than Daisy. She has the best style, they're from New York, I
Well,
just love them. And
mhm.
her husband is not from the US, and he is the nicest. Me and Jordan, when we first moved here, were like, "Is he a real person? Like, how can someone be that nice?" Like, he is, like, not fake nice, like, genuinely the nicest person ever.
Good people.
And Jordan, we were in the car and we'd seen him at the pool with the kids. And I was like, we should hang out with them more. Like, I love them. And he's like, me too, honestly. He's like, and I got to tell you, he's human. And I said, yeah. What do you mean he's human? Like, he's like, no, like he's a real human being. And again, I was so confused. He's like, "Oh, I saw him and I saw him discipline his son in the yard the other day and I just stopped and he caught me watching him and I
You're
don't know
like,
if he noticed, but Jordan's like, I was literally smiling with approval, shaking my head being like he's real. Like we're
"You're
real.
doing
We're
that."
bonded now for life because of that." And it's like seeing other people in circles that you're not always exposed to. It does change your viewpoint on what kinds of parenting is the norm of
Yeah,
parenting.
right. Right. And it also is like good because you need to get out there and see the other parents. Cause this is something too, like, I feel like when I was younger, there were overly involved parents and then there were parents you just never saw. Right.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't. And because working parents, it means a lot of different things now. Like when we were kids, if you worked, you were not at, you know,
Nope. You
drop
could.
off every day. You
And I
were,
think about that constantly, how grateful I am that that's not our reality.
and it's
But
not. So there are so many working parents that are so heavily involved now. So it's way
yes,
different. Sometimes I think that, but then sometimes I'm like, I look at the pickup line and I'm like, it's all grandparents here. Like, it's not that different still, but it is because you get to these things and you see the kids and, you know, based on who was involved. I feel like my friends were very based on like who my mom like interacted with and
yeah,
like that. And that was kind of a way she molded who my friends were. And then like sometimes you have no control over who your kids hang out with. And I'm very curious when you get to that point and you're like, man, these parents suck. But my
my
kid is
mom
like
said she
best
went through
friend.
that, like, I was the moms, like, Colton's best friend at school is, like, my best friend, like, at that school too, and we connected, like, right away. The kids love each other, and sometimes we
Perfect.
do a lot of stuff with them because we like each other. It makes it
You're
easy, but
aligned.
they love
Yeah,
each other too. But that's how it does form, you're right, like, that's how it begins. It's like these mom groups, like, the kids like each other, you're like, "Oh, I like you," know what I mean? Like, and honestly, that's all Colton's really good friends because I text with the moms and we're like, "What are you doing today? Let's hang out, let's do this." But my mom always says there was a point where, like, 6th grade, I was very, like, I'm still an empath, and I could see this happening to Colton, where I wanted to, like, help people who needed friends or who needed more, and my mom's did let me do it, but she didn't know the parents, and she didn't feel as comfortable, and she said that it was very, very hard. Very, very hard to, like, give me the independence to go do that, but she trusted my judgment
at
at
that age.
that point.
Yeah. Well, and
So
that's like what we're preparing for, right? Like you show the good and bad in kids and like Jack like knows already, like that was the bad kid at school. Like he
yes, they
sees
know,
it.
they already talk about it.
He does know, but then it's like, you know, he's got to like especially the boys are going to I mean, the girls will test in different ways, I feel like too, but like the boys have to test the limits of some things. But it brings me back to my funny camp story. So
Yes, tell us.
yesterday Ryan picked Jack up from camp and, like, he's definitely getting more adventurous and, like, starting to play more, and, like, that's something he just struggles I think I've said, he struggles with, like, the free open play, like, he wants a game, and so when it's playground time, he'll go and do that, but he, like, would gravitate towards the kids that, like, are playing some sort of organized game, like, if they're playing tag or whatever, but he found his love for the monkey bars.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't this kid come home from camp with this big open blister, open, like, on his hand right here from he must have all he did yesterday must have been be on the monkey bars.
For
Like,
him to get a blister in a day, yes, that's all he did.
so he must have started yesterday and then, like or 2 days ago, whatever, and yesterday, Ryan, like, took him after he did pickup, he went and did he likes to bring Ryan has a turtle in his classroom at school, and it's he's gotta take care of it over the summer, so he likes to bring the boys in to feed the turtle,
Take care of the turtle. I love this. It's like
and
Leo.
yeah, so we technically have a turtle, it just doesn't live in our home,
Makes sense for you. Yeah.
which is great, and so they go in and they went out to the playground and Jack did it and started, like, screaming, and Ryan's like, "You would have thought his hand fell off." Like, I thought he broke his arm, like, something, but he can, like, do the whole upside down thing now, and
What?
Ryan's like, "See, like, he's getting good at it, but, like, it was just so funny that he had this, like, giant blister, and he's like, "Well, all the other kids were swinging across it, so he must have, like, practiced for 2 days." Like, that's all he went on the monkey bars so that he could
Yes,
do
to
it
do
with
it.
his friends, and it's just funny to, like, see how they pick up on that, and then also, like, not the bad behaviors, just the silliness for that,
Yeah,
like,
and bad, like, both.
he must have everyone needs to understand when we were in the crying phase, I was pulling out anything I could, like, I promised so many crazy things to get this kid to not cry, like, probably $1,000,000 I offered him at one point, but, like,
Still cried.
the thing that was, like, driving him was that he really wants a pet fish.
So you're getting a
And
fish?
so well, he's gotta make it through the whole week, but if he must have started talking to somebody at school about it, and then they got really silly, and now he like, his thing is, like, "I'm gonna fight the fish." He's gonna fight everything. Like, he comes home and is like, "I'm gonna fight it." Like, "We're gonna pretend," and then he, like, does, like, the fake, like, this.
Pow, pow.
So now Kelvin does that. So
That's
that's
definitely a boy thing. Daisy now does it too, but, like, it's like but
they,
then
like,
they get
learn
big
the
enough
little things,
where
and then
they're play fighting with you and they can actually hurt you because they don't realize they're ginormous. I'm like, "Dude, you're so
yeah,
I
I'm like,
fine, I'll
"You
never play with you again." No, I want you to play with me. You gotta remember that, like, your fake punching that we used to do, like, one
you're a
wrong
big
move
boy."
and I'm in the
Yeah.
hospital. Like, you're
Yeah.
too big now.
Even today, like, Jack's getting strong. Like, we're,
Yeah.
like,
Look at
joking
his monkey
around, and
bar
I'm like,
hand. I mean, the dude
"He's
is a beast.
he's gonna have, like, blue collar hands soon
I
from
think you
working."
need to I kinda wanna be there when he picks out his fish.
He's got the whole thing planned out.
Of course he does. Of course he
'Cause
does.
that's the way his brain works, so he's like,
His
"1
child.
more day, and then I get a fish." We're like, "Shit." And then that means we're in the phase of, like, you buy 1 fish, I have to get Calvin 1, or it's gonna like, we
Yeah.
literally got Calvin went, because of his Binky giveaway here, he was able to go pick out a toy at the dollar store, and he picked out a pet dog that comes in the crate, and it's like you pretend to be the veterinarian thing, so he keeps
Super
carrying this puppy around, Cujo, in the carrier.
Cu they named it Cujo.
Yeah,
Cujo the
and
killer dog.
yeah, and so they carry it around, doesn't like, every day for 3, 4 days straight, crying over this dog. Finally, we sent my mother-in-law out to get Jack one because 'cause I'm like, "My god, I can't do it anymore, it's a dollar, go get another one." So now we have 2 pet dogs too.
You better care for them.
Mhm. So it's gonna be the same thing with the fish. We're gonna be getting 2
100%.
beta
But you
fi
could
we're gonna
start
be
with
buying 2
1 and
beta fish.
then put
I'll
it in, like,
report
a common
back how many
area.
fish we have. It
We
will
have
never
100.
they will each get a bowl that sits in their room, and
We have,
my
like
cat will
we're gonna
probably
do betta
go
fish. Your
after it.
cat's gonna eat it, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But betta fish will fight the mirror, just remember that. They will kill
Yeah,
themselves.
I'm gonna put I did have a betta fish when I was little. I'm not like an animal hater. I just
You have a cat, so obviously
know
you're like,
what goes into it and
"It's fine.
prefer to
It's
take
fine. I'm
care of the
proud of you,
human.
and I'm proud of Jack, and I think this is like, you know, you bribe with what you gotta bribe with. You do what you gotta do, and
Sometimes
I
you
think
just like you threaten with the crazy stuff, you have to bribe with the crazy
yeah,
stuff.
like, kids do really well with rewards, so just and the dollar dog, great. The fish, just it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Remember when Colton
We'll
carried
see.
around the dead fish because he wanted to play with him? You're just a couple months
Jack's
away
gonna
from that.
fight it. Jack's
But
gonna
yeah,
fight it.
fish. I
It's
think
just
we're doing a
funny
good
to
job of I don't know. I might who knows if we're doing a
I
great
think we're
job,
okay. I think that's what we're coming out of this, right? Like, we're okay.
and most of the people we
Everyone
know
out there,
are
you're
okay.
okay. If you're, like, in line with us here, we're okay.
Yeah, if your kid is, like, there, happy, living, you're okay.
Healthy,
The big
we've
thing
got
now is, like, executive functioning, just making sure, like, they're ready to take on what comes their way, but they can always come back to mom if they need some love.
it's true. Well, I think it's time for us to clock out
Yeah,
and clock
clock back
back
into the 9
in.
to 5. We
We'll
got
see you guys
this.
next time.